Yes.
Okay, let me connect. Do you see my screen?
Uh, yes, fine. The remote desktop screen.
So how are you doing, Suresh?
Yeah, doing good. Fine.
Did you get a chance to speak to Madhu? No?
No, no, no.
Okay. I was working on this address cleanse and we can't do it because it involves some downloading of some directories from SAP HANA,
Oh,
from the SAP website, so we can't do it. That's why it was not working.
hmm. For this address text, we need to
Yes,
download something.
yes, because what it has is it has the address
Hmm.
directories based on every country you want, and if
Okay.
then you have to install it in HANA, and then it will. Oh man,
Hmm.
why it is saying red and black?
Some problem with the server. Please log in. No, no, no. Please log up and log in for this system user.
Okay, hold on. Let me give you the mouse. Okay, we were trying to configure. No, we had a problem with the server.
Uh, Unable to see the child nodes, right?
Right. Hold on, let me try.
Mm,
No, we have. No, there is a problem.
ah, mm,
It's the problem because last time it went down and I contacted Venkat
okay.
and Venkat took care of it. It took an hour or so. It came back up. So, hi
When
Venkat. I think he cannot hear. Hold on. Uh, Venkat is not with the meeting.
no, let me call him. Let me call him once. Can you
Is he not answering?
I just WhatsApp. He has just. Can you come to meeting? We are unable to see you.
Maintainer to me, no. So he said we have.
He has.
I think it's your message.
Yes, I'm checking. I think he has some problem with. Let me check. You are checking the server. Checking server. Sure.
We can do the lecture then. It's already 10 minutes.
Yeah. Sure.
I'll email this. Copy that.
Yes, sir. I called to server team. Please wait. Okay. He just called to server team. Let us wait. Yeah.
We can do some more reading in that time.
Yeah.
We were here creating a remote source on page 20. Hold on, where did we go? We start page 28.
Yeah. 1 second.
We were here.
Just a second. Right. Yeah. Okay. This is for file related thing, right? Okay. Click on save and editor. Notification will show remote source has been created. And okay, this is for creation of the okay file source adapter. Okay.
Right.
Here, okay. But we don't have this file adapter, right, in our
We don't
environment.
have the flat file adapter.
Oh, okay.
We checked the other day, I remember.
Yes, yes. On that day we checked that one.
We
But
did
we
not
have
have
MS SQL.
right. We had the MS SQL and we were trying to configure that one.
Yes. Okay. Once we saved these details, he has given the root directory as the C colon and user, and he has given the access token entry as the. I think this token entry will set up uh, in agent DP agent. Okay. Click on save the editor, and the notification will show that a remote source has been created and that a connection to the remote system has established. I think so. Okay, established. The text file remote source will now appear in remote source file folder. I mean this under this SDA. We can see that folder. Yes. Okay. Your final step will be create virtual table once all the necessary flat files are imported as remote sources. They can be configured into a virtual table. Select the file, right click on context menu and add as the virtual table. Okay. Once we configure this file adapter and we can see all the files,
All
flat
the
files.
adapters. No, all
Yeah.
the adapters,
And
right?
also, yes. No, these are the sources. Like these are
Okay.
the couple of things are the text files, and we can create virtual table on top of this flat file.
By
Okay.
SDA.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, it's
Once we
SDA.
configure, yes, once we configure all these things, we can see this remote system under the SDA remote sources. Okay.
SDA is
Once we,
easier.
yes, yes, easier. If you have this adapter, we can able to create. Okay. Once we have this one, we can create virtual table on top of these sources.
Right.
Okay. Once we have the virtual table, we can convert that virtual table and create the new column table on top of this virtual table, and we can start our modeling. Depending on the size of the flat file, the import process can take some time. Once complete, the data will be available in virtual table. If you successfully create the virtual table, your screen will look like, okay. The virtual table can be queried using SQL or by navigating through the menu catalog schema. Okay.
Right. We have
As
done
like,
that.
yes, as like normal tables, we can use this one also. Okay. Once we create this one, we can see this virtual tables. Okay. These are all the virtual tables. And here we can able to querying the virtual table. This is the symbol of virtual table.
Right.
We can observe. Okay. Okay, what is this?
Log reader adapter.
Log reader adapters. Okay, we have just checked this file adapter. Now we will go for the log reader adapter. Log reader adapters provide real-time CDC capability to replicate change data from multiple databases such as Oracle, Microsoft SQL Server, IBM DB2 databases into SAP HANA. Okay. The CDC is the process of capturing any changes applied to a table and putting those changes into an understandable format for a user. Okay. The CDC means change document, right?
Change document capture.
Yeah, change document capture. Okay. The log reader is created as a remote source, which is then used to create virtual tables, and the remote subscription to perform replication and source tables. Okay. The log reader is created as a remote source, which is then used as the create virtual table. Based on this log reader, we can create the virtual tables. Okay. The remote database must be set up properly for log reader adapters to function correctly when using real-time replication. The following example configures an SQL Server database to be used with the log reader adapter. Okay. In log-based replication, data is initially replicated to SAP HANA from the source system. If there is a change in data, those changes realized by reading logs for transaction made to the table. Okay, this is he is talking about the full load and delta load. The initial load should be full load. After that, we can continue with the delta loads. Okay. Okay, your first step will be create the SQL server using MS SQL Server Management Studio. User called HANA_user is created, and TSQL code creates the user and grants the appropriate privileges. Okay.
So we are creating a user in HANA or in Management Studio?
In SQL.
You will create a user in HANA in SQL with this name.
Yes, in SQL Server we have one dedicated user log HANA_user. Okay.
Okay.
And also the user should have the privileges like system admin. Okay. This is the SQL user. Next, log on to Microsoft SQL Server using the HANA user account. Set the Microsoft Server remote admin connections. Okay. Configuration option to be enabled dedicated admins. Okay. Whatever we need to create.
So we have to configure the remote admin connection so that we are talking about SQL. We are not talking about HANA, right?
Yes, we are talking about SQL only. Remote admin connection 1, go update remote. What is these things? We need to run these statements, right? Remote admin connections.
Okay.
But we don't know. We don't know this significance. Okay, let us check. Under any directory, create configuration file to save all log files paths for the primary databases. Okay, configuration file we need to create. The configuration file must have .cfg suffix. For example, under log reader, SBB filter and system, create file name logpath.cfg. Okay, we need to create one log configuration file. These are all the SQL steps. Create the system environment variable, name it. Okay. Environment path also we need to create. Okay. There in environment path we have to mention this total path of this log path.cfg file.
Man, these adapters are very difficult.
Yes. All these things at SQL server side within the Windows server. Okay. Navigate to log reader subwin. Right click on Cyber Manager file. Do we have all these things? This is MS SQL, right?
Yeah, we have everything on the SQL part.
Okay.
That is not the problem.
Okay, and select Run as Administrator to start the Here he just mentioned one path. There we need to run one of the exe file. Start the SIB filter driver by entering start at the management console. Add the log file path to the SIB driver with the user management or by modifying the configuration file. Use the management console to add log file. What is talking?
See, if we mess up, okay, let me tell you, if we mess up with these variables, that's
Yes.
gonna mess things up on the server.
Yes, yes. But
So we cannot do that.
no, no, no. Yeah, but no. That is the dedicated class path. Okay, that is dedicated environmental variable. We haven't changed any environmental variable. Just we are adding new variable there.
Okay, so we can do
Nothing.
that lab when
Yes,
it's acceptable. So we can do that lab.
yes. Let us go ahead. A lot of things here. Make it remote
That's the
server.
SDA access. So they are talking about the SD, configuring the SDA adapter basically.
Yes, yes. Here he come to the real scenario. MS SQL log reader adapter. Do we have that one? Log reader adapter. Let us. We will check that step by step. Is it okay in MS SQL?
Oh
At least
yeah,
we can.
SQL is not important. I mean, is not a problem.
Yes, yes. As of now, we can able to open it. Otherwise, we will not remember all these steps. And also, we haven't seen. I haven't seen those couple of screens.
Okay, so I have opened it like this because you will need to go to the guide,
Yes, yes.
right? So
Yeah.
let me close the HANA Studios because we can log to HANA.
Yes.
So
We just.
we can log to Management Studios. There you go.
Okay. We can start with the first step itself.
Okay, so the
We
first
need
step
to.
was uh, this. Okay,
Create
there
a
you go.
user. Yeah.
So
Here we need to create one user. User is not a problem, right? We can have
no,
this
a
user.
user
But
is
we need but
user
we
is
need to check whether HANA user having these privileges or not.
see
Sysadmin.
HANA user is different in on SQL. HANA is different than the HANA than the HANA user which we have on what do you call on
Here in SQL we have user like HANA, right? With HANA user we are able to connect to the SQL server.
right. We have a user called HANA with the password HANA, so
Yes.
we can use that user as
Yes, but we need to check whether that HANA user having this system admin privileges or not.
okay. There you go. Hold on a minute. This is confusing. How do okay? Hold on.
Go to the SQL console here in this one.
I have no idea what I did. Hold on.
No, no, no. Oh, we
Typically,
are in.
I have a SQL open on my machine.
Okay, okay,
That is what you see here. Let
okay, okay.
let me close all that. So this is my browser. Now we try to connect again. Come on. Oh, that is why. Oh, that is why it's not connecting.
Okay, okay.
They say it's a network issue. We
Network
can,
issue. Might be
we can
they have checking
select
this
it.
network.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we can read it. We can keep
Yeah.
reading and do the
We
rest.
can. Yeah, yeah. We can.
At least we
These are
do a
all
lot of
the
that
yes
has to be
SQL
done
Server.
with SQL stuff. Yeah.
Yes, yes. Begin creating. Okay. Once we're done with the all SQL steps, begin creating the remote source where navigate into the provision folder in SAP HANA Studio, and there we can create our log reader adapter. Like this, we need to give our adapter name, and we need to select the appropriate adapter, and here what he has given is instance name, administrator port, so that we need to check, we need to get all these details, data server and port numbers and all these things. And database data capture mode is MS SQL CDC mode. This is for the delta load. Database name is ECC. Okay. All these things we need to mention. We need to check from where we need to get all these things from the MS SQL. Okay. Finally, run the database cleanup scripts that corresponds with the DB being set up as the remote source. This step is not always necessary, since setting up the adapter will cause database level objects to be dropped. The SQL scripts are found in, okay, in DP agent again. He went, okay, we'll check this configuration. Okay. Now we'll go for the SAP HANA adapters. SAP HANA adapter provides real-time CDC capability in order to replicate data from a remote SAP HANA database to a target SAP HANA database. Here both source and target is the SAP HANA. The SAP HANA adapter differs from other adapters in that it functions by using trigger-based mechanism for CDC, and the adapter needs to continuously query the target database to acquire the change data. Okay. It follows the trigger-based data, trigger-based.
SLT. Yeah.
Yeah. The triggers record changes in data from the remote table into the shadow table. The adapter instance creates a trigger queue where each row in shadow table has a corresponding placeholder in line. The adapter is responsible for scanning the queue elements and their corresponding shadow table rows to get the new changes and replicate them to the target SAP HANA database. Here the replication will happen like this. For each and every changes, the trigger will capture those what is called records into the shadow tables. Okay.
Shadow.
Yeah, we have one more layer like shadow table. The adapter instance will keep on checking that shadow table. Why? Because the adapter instance create a trigger queue. Once we have all the entries one by one, those entries will be there in queue. Okay. That means for each row. The adapter is responsible for scanning the queue elements. Continuously, it will scan the queue elements. If anything is there at what is called queue level, it will capture that element and put it in target SAP HANA database. This is actually the replication happen with the SAP HANA source and target remote sources systems. Okay. Let us check this one. SAP HANA adapter supports the following functionalities: using a virtual table as a source, using virtual table as target, using data sync in data flow. Okay. Searching for tables in remote source, data definition language propagation, which supports the drop table, add column, drop column operations. Okay, these are all the functions the SAP HANA SQL SAP HANA adapter will support. Okay. When replicating a remote data source, the user associated with the schema must have ability to create objects in schema. Okay. When replicating a remote source data source, the user associated with the schema must have ability to create the objects in schema. That means user must have the respective privileges, including tables and triggers. Here we can see this. The triggers. Hello, Fahim?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Yeah. Here, if you observe this one, in normal situations, we have schema privileges like select and execute, drop,
Right.
delete, all these things, right? But in
Right.
this case, we should have this triggers also, triggers privileges.
We never worked on the triggers.
Yes. But
Yeah.
coming to SAP HANA source and target adapters, the remote source database the user should have the triggers privileges also within the schema. Okay. The following schema privileges on the configured schema must be granted to the configured user on the remote SAP HANA database.
Right.
For real-time CDC, create any and drop, select, and all these things. Okay. For SAP HANA virtual tables user program, you should have insert, update, and delete. Typically, a user has these schema privileges if they are the schema owner. If the schema name and username are the same, then the user is the owner of that schema. That is right.
Right.
However, if the user is not the schema owner, use the following access control statement to grant user proper privileges. What is this? Okay. He has given all the privileges on the schema. Before setting up remote source and target SAP HANA database, please ensure the adapter is registered using the DP agent. Oh, again we have DP.
You know, I'm beginning to hate these DP agents. Every time we touch it, it starts about DP agents.
Yes. In SAP HANA Studio, connect to the target SAP HANA database. A remote source needs to be created in target database to allow the replication process to work and to establish connection for the DP agent.
Uh,
Okay. Here, new server. We come to the new remote server. When configuring the new remote source, there are 4 sessions with required field marked as the asterisk that needs to be filled out. Let us check what are those. SAP HANA adapter. This is the host, the remote system. That means the source SAP HANA system. Host name, port number, and schema. He has using directly the system schema. Anything is there? The user, technical user password and credentials. That means. Okay. The configuration is simple when it to compare with the remaining systems. Here the configuration is simple, right? If you observe. Hello, Bahim.
I'm listening.
Yeah.
It has been frustrating that every time we go, we run across these adapters.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay.
But at least we are reading up on it, so in case if I'm asked.
Yes, sir. The database section contains 3 required fields, the host, and he's explaining all these things only. No need to check all this.
Right.
Okay, the CDC properties section has only one required field, system object prefix. This field adds a prefix to the names of the SAP HANA adapter system objects created in the source. Okay, here we need to mention one prefix.
Right.
Yes, this one. If you mention this prefix, what are all the tables created and what are all the virtual tables created, those will be tagged with HADP into their tables. Okay. This field adds a prefix to the names of the SAP HANA adapter system objects created in source SAP HANA database by adapter. It is recommended to keep the default value as HADP. Okay. Last is the credential section. Okay. Okay. After all the required fields has been entered and any other changes have been made to this suit the needs of this connection. Click the green arrow on the upper right corner. This will test the connection and save the configuration. If no errors occur, the schema will available under new remote source which has just created along with the associated tables. Okay.
Right.
This is simple. If you have 2 SAP systems, we can directly connect and create this connection between the source SAP system and target system.
Right.
Okay. The next one is Hive adapters. Okay. SAP HANA SDA provides the ability to access data stored in a Hadoop cluster by including an adapter that facilitates connection to a Hive server. Okay. Which is the Hadoop data warehouse infrastructure. The Hive server is the dedicated for the Hadoop data warehouse infrastructure. Okay. This access is achieved by installing the Hive JDBC drivers on the machine where the DP agent is installed. We don't have this. Still, we don't have this DP agent. He's coming up with the another installation. Hive JDBC drivers. Those drivers we need to install in the location of the DP agent, in the server of the DP agent. Okay. Okay. Where the DP agent is installed. Then registering the Hive adapter on the SAP HANA server and creating a remote source that contains the connection information for the node in the Hadoop cluster that runs the Hive server. Okay. The Hive adapter is dedicated for the Hadoop servers. Okay. For that one, to establish the connection, definitely we should have the DP agent. Along with this DP agent, we should have the Hive JDBC drivers. Those drivers will establish the connection between Hadoop clusters and SAP HANA system. Okay. In order to minimize latency issue between DP agent, the SAP HANA server and Hive server, it is advisable to run the DP agent on a node in Hadoop cluster. Okay. You got this point right, Fahim?
Yeah, but this
Minimize the latency. Minimize the latency means
is there is
no
no
delay.
gap in information, right?
Yes, 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 yes. To reduce the delay between the transfer of the data from one system to another system.
Right.
If you maintain this all the systems together at one place, we don't have this latency issues. Okay. For instance, a gateway node would be suitable host for the DP agent, providing connectivity to the Hive server for request made by SAP HANA. After installing the DP agent on the appropriate node, acquire the Hive JDBC driver that is appropriate for this distribution of the Hadoop being used. Okay, he's talking about this point again. Okay, the DP agent needs the following 4 jar files in order to successfully make the connection to the Hive. Okay, again we have jar files section introduced here.
Jar files are a problem.
Yeah, these are the jar files we need to put there in Hive server. Okay.
That's the same
Place
again
them in lib directory. Yeah.
with a
Place
flat
this
file
in.
adapter.
Yes. Here we need to make some configuration steps within the server. Now, once we done all these things, now that the JDBC driver for the Hive has been installed in DP agent, it's time to register the Hive adapter with SAP HANA database. In this scenario, we will install the Hive adapter on gateway node in Hadoop cluster which runs on Linux. Okay, here he is talking about the Linux server. Fortunately, the agent configuration GUI for Linux system is the same as it appears in Windows. Okay, he is talking about this. Let us go ahead. Okay, what is
I
this?
think, Suresh, you were mentioning that these adapters are mainly set by ABAP team.
Yes,
Because
ABAP
it is
basis thing.
basis team.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
All these
because
configurations. Yeah.
these are very difficult configurations.
Yeah. The normal, the single resource cannot handle all these things. The basis people have to responsible for all these connections. Once they create these connections, once they confirm with the connection is established between source and target, then only we can go ahead and create the remote system.
Right.
For that one, they need to provide all the details.
Yeah. Basis mean BASIS or BASES?
BASIS.
Basis system. Okay.
Yes. Those people will handle the this kind of what is called installations
Because
and connection
this
buildings,
is a
all
word.
these things.
This is
Yes.
a word in itself. I mean, you cannot.
Yeah, that is.
You and me.
Yes, yes. In SAP HANA, we have that means in SAP HANA and in SAP world, we have two streams always. One is the technical stream, another one the application stream.
Right.
In core SAP HANA, we have again two streams. One is the functional team, one is the technical stream. Okay.
Right.
The functional team only deals with the business scenarios. The technical team will handle the installations, configurations, and all these network setups. And within this technical stream, we have again two streams. Okay.
Right.
The two streams will handle, one stream will handle only the development, another team will handle only the infrastructure configurations and installations.
So we are in the development team basically.
Yes, yes, we are in development team.
Okay,
Once we have all these connections ready, then only we can go ahead and start our development.
okay. All right. This okay. It's not too bad.
Yeah, in the window that appears, fill the connection information for Hive sub. Source, adapter name, source location, Hive version, host. Okay, where he is doing his. Okay, here also I can see. I can able to see. Okay, Hive version is this host. This is the separate server. Hive server is the separate server.
Right.
To enter that one, we need to install the jar files, all these things. Then only we can set up this source system.
Because based
Remote.
on this, I can always speak up that I can tell up front that I have not set the adapters because they were set by a
Yes,
different team.
yes, yes, yes. But we can tell these steps, right?
Right.
When it comes to the Hadoop,
Yeah.
Hadoop, when I want to read the Hadoop, dedicatedly I have Hive server from the SAP HANA that is the dedicatedly to read the Hadoop
True.
clusters data. Yes.
Yeah.
For that one, we need to do certain things. There we can mention this DP agent and a Hadoop server and JDBC drivers and all these things. Once we have that one, we can create the virtual tables as usual.
Twitter adapter. I would say just skip it.
Yeah. Let us check. The
Yeah.
Twitter adapter is a streaming data providing adapter written in Java IntelliJ adapter. Okay. Yes.
Via SAP. The Twitter adapter consumed to configure and converts adapter. Oh, do you know in the lab that I was doing, they show how we get the data from Twitter into SAP.
Okay.
But
Okay.
there are no adapters, so I can't do that lab. That's why I didn't.
Okay. Okay. APIs we need to install. Again, we have different APIs. Okay. Okay. So many steps are there.
Yeah.
OData demo. Okay. Let us. ECC adapter. SAP ECC data provisioning adapters allow the SAP HANA to access and work with SAP ECC data and metadata.
Right.
SAP ECC adapters are created using the data provisioning adapter for the database on which SAP ECC tables are stored. Okay.
Right.
If we come to our ECC or ERP system, ECC and ERP system is the application layer, right?
Right.
But the tables will stored somewhere in the database. So in our case, MS SQL is the database for our ECC system. Likewise, here we have these many options like some ECC systems stored on DB2 database and some systems data stored on Oracle database like this. Okay. Our scenario is this one. Okay.
Right.
These adapters share a lot of same functionality as a log reader adapter. Okay. These are also work like a log reader adapter. However, ECC adapters go beyond the log reader adapters in that they provide SAP ECC specific functionality. For instance, these adapters allows for SAP ECC metadata browsing. Sorry. These adapters allow for SAP ECC metadata browsing as well as support for cluster and pooled tables in SAP ECC. Okay. Here nothing. He is talking about this. So here we can browse the SAP metadata. Okay. Once we establish the connection, we can check the metadata and also we can able to pull the pool tables and cluster tables. Okay. In ECC, if the ECC running on the database, there we have two kinds of tables. Pool tables and cluster tables concept is there, but here we can able to access all the tables. Okay.
Okay.
Along with previously mentioned functionality, the SAP ECC adapters can provide CDC real-time, parallel read functionality, data load options, DDL propagation, table sets capabilities. This is what he is talking here. ECC metadata browsing. That means table sets capability.
Okay.
As mentioned, the SAP ECC adapters are built on top of data processing adapter for the specific data management system on which SAP ECC tables are set. In order to set up an SAP ECC adapter, the procedure for setting up the data specific data processing adapter must be okay. Let us check. Yeah. Let us check this screenshot. Okay. Here, if you run this one, we have this our system data JSON. Okay. Right. Once we have registered that system adapter, we need to create our what is called this
so
one.
We have
I think
to configure our adapter.
Now this adapter is already registered, right? Do the details only. As this, if you observe, the MS SQL log reader, right? Screen. And once we're done with this one,
yeah, and once the adapter is connected, then we can use the SDA data.
Yes, yes. Again, we have ordered adapters. Let us say
Suresh, when we connect with then how do we have to import the
okay.
Do you understand my question? That if we are doing filter transformation to source data. SDI
Yes.
in SDI does not tell us. All it says that we drag and drop like we
Yes.
do it in or
Yeah. Yeah.
so the table
Here,
is not there.
yes. Yes. Here, table is already there because of this DA, right?
Right. But if
Because of
SDI is
this.
not there and we are
Yes.
doing the SDI, so table
Yes.
will
Yes.
still be there?
No. Let us take
But you
like this.
understand my question, right?
Yes. Yes. Understood.
Oh, okay.
Here, through SDA, we can bring the source table into the SAP HANA.
Right, as a virtual table, that I'm very clear.
As a, yes, as a virtual table.
Right.
If I want to use the table for the SDI, I
Right.
can use this virtual table and one column table.
Right.
Okay, that
Right.
column table I can use it in my SDI, the
Correct.
flow data graph. Okay,
Right.
or else if that SDI is able to, if that SDI is able to read this virtual tables, there also we can use that virtual table directly within the SDI.
Okay, so
But
that means that where we enter the table name, that's where it should be able to see it.
yes, yes, yes.
Okay. All right. Okay, that's cool.
OData adapter we need to read. Okay.
Suresh, hold on. I think your time is up.
Yeah. No,
Let's start from.
yeah, the OData adapter we will read in next class. Along with
Okay.
this, we will recheck all these adapters again. Once our server is ready, at least
Okay.
we will try to create one of the adapter based on our
Okay.
available registered adapters.
So then we need to put that file, this PDF in the server because we can't keep going back and forth because of our remote connection.
Yes, yes.
Right? You know what
We
I'm
can
saying,
try.
right?
Yes, yes. If it is there in a server, we can open directly there.
Right.
But yeah.
Okay. All right. So we are set. So then I'll see you tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So we'll do the
Uh,
actual.
yeah, yeah. Fahim, if tomorrow morning is not possible, I will let you know that tomorrow's afternoon. Is it okay if it is started tomorrow afternoon? If it is not possible and tomorrow morning, I will let you know
Okay.
by this
Tomorrow is
evening.
Saturday, right?
Yes, yes. For
So
me,
you are
it's
saying if not possible in the morning, then you will do it in the evening, and then it will be Saturday morning here.
okay.
Okay, I mean because I need to get my orientation straight.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay,
No,
so
no.
when would you let me know?
Possibly we will have this class in morning only. If
Okay,
yeah, if anything happen, I will make it as
no problem.
tomorrow evening.
No, it is perfectly fine because I am a little disheartened with these adapters, but I have done enough SDI. So, but I want to finish the finish the I mean, a review, so at least I'm aware of it and I can speak
Yes,
about it.
yes,
And
yes. You can speak about this.
and then by doing BODS labs, then those transformations and flow graph will be easier to do because they are both the same.
Yes, yes, Fahim.
Okay, so I'll see you tomorrow morning or tomorrow evening.
Yes, yes. Okay, I will let you know by this
Okay,
evening. Okay. Thanks, Fahim. Thanks for
thank you, sir.
understanding. Yeah, thank you. Bye.